What's up, fam? So these are the few things that I want to present to you. Just kind of highlight to you, and just comment below what you would like me to kind of dive off into. The first thing I want to show you is this hurricane forecast that I put together. Oh, obviously I don't know what kind of direction this thing's gonna go in, so I found as many different possibilities, that that I thought, and that I thought kind of matched up, and I scaled them to our current, whether it was from the bottom or whether it was from the formation or what. And this is kind of what it came up with. And there's several interesting fractals in here. Even still, I had done that several days ago. Anyways, I had done this. Um, but there's three, but really two in particular that I'm kind of watching the hardest, and this price level is what is going to dictate, in my opinion, which one is gonna follow closer. So I've got that. These are the main two. Oh, there was one I didn't even turn on. These are the main three, and this represent each of these three represent their potential bottoms and their potential tops. Like, they're not cut off or anything. This blue one is the one that I'm more partial to, and it's this bull run here. It really actually starts where this happens. You can see it. It's the price is still following this fractal very closely. As you can see, comes up, and we're right here right now. That could also be, and this isn't moved over. I could place that like that. So now we're right down in this price action on it. This one is made or is scaled in based on the possibility that the move we made is equivalent to this entire move in the past. Um, the yellow, the yellow is based off of if the move that we have currently made is equivalent to this little stutter in this structure, or this pink fractal is the entire structure. This I'm not, it's big on that one, but it is a closer possibility than the entire forecast model that I presented. Um, let's see. I've got this kind of put up. I'm gonna put it back in full screen. Got this kind of put up so I wouldn't forget anything. So there's a, oh, so back here we never really got any kind of V bottom, right? And that was something I was really expecting. Um, Especially, so it ended up being like some form of triple tap back test, but this was a significant level for a an extended period of time. Um, it was once we broke through it and back tested it that we was able to commence our bull run, and this bear market pretty much ended at that level. So we've got the potential for a V bottom, whether it's coming down to here or whether it's following that fractal and coming back up before we say V bottom, but it doesn't have to follow that timeline. Okay. So let's see one more time real quick. Doesn't have to follow that timeline, but we could get a V bottom to those levels, which so happen to be this support. This support level right here, resistance level right there. And all right, so I kind of presented you the first top. No, I mean, kind of in a way. I kind of let you glance at it, but you see why I said 2 cents would be your potential first top, depending on timeline, and depending on how long this plays out. Maybe it could bleed out into August if it's following that previous fractal. Who knows if it is or if it isn't, or it could be quick and somewhat painless, and we can get right on out of here. Only time will tell on that. It did hit my box perfectly. That is so cool to see. In my chart. Why? Because you put them in there. Sorry, I don't have time to cut this out. Yeah, this is YouTube. You want to say hey to YouTube and to Reddit? Say hey to YouTube and to Reddit. Hey YouTube. Can you say hey Reddit? No, you're too shy to say hey Reddit. Okay. Let me put it back on the floor so I can see this. It's always cool to see when your targets hit so well. So I've got my idea for the second potential top, where I think it may come in, and matter of fact, there's a very good possibility of being the top, and I've got a lot of arguments for that. But real quick, I want to just present to you the I'm so confused right now, ain't I? 1 month chart, because today is the candle closing for the 1 month and also quarter closing, so that's pretty important. I'm really just, to me, the monthly candle really can't go wrong unless it breaks below, and it closes below 0.015, then I'm gonna start scratching my head a little bit. I think 0.016 would be bullish for July. I think if it can't break 0.01, actually 0.0162, I think is what it was. I think if it can't break that today, for close, then it won't be such a bullish July. Maybe it's gonna follow that fractal out into August. This is just my opinion. I really honestly suck at timelines. I've, for the most part, proven that. But I've always known. I've never tried to fool myself. So that's kind of what I'm looking at for the 1 month chart. See, look at I just can't figure that out. Just click, man. Just click. Gann fans and pitch fans, those have been awesome to use in my analysis recently, and I'm very excited to introduce them to y'all at some point, whenever that ends up being, and maybe depending on how this plays out, they're going to be something I implement in my analysis more often. some tools that I'll take more serious. I actually kind of like the pitch fans better than I like the GAN fans. That whole 45-degree rule with the GAN fans makes it pretty difficult to scale. I mean, it's hard to scale out your chart to place that 45-degree angle, and that's what GAN fans is all about. It's all based off that 45-degree angle. A Wyckoff. We've got the possibility of Wyckoff being taking place still. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Look up a Wyckoff chart if you want to kind of compare these call outs that I have for it, and if this is what I end up kind of breaking down for y'all, then I will display it and kind of compare it. But in the meantime, obviously you're more than welcome to. We would be in phase D. Here's some kind of like quick little notes about phase D. A few kind of resistance levels and stuff that we've got kind of in here. I would kind of go over all that with going over the Wyckoff, and we can also really, I believe, reintroduce Elliott waves, and that's something I can kind of go over. The Wyckoff, we could be as far along as phase D, but we could also be as early into it as close to the end of phase B. If that was the case, we would still have a spring to go. And I can show you. It's actually on the 1 hour that I put this one. So in phase C, we have our spring, which I guess if this was how it was, we was fortunate that the spring played out above support line, which it absolutely tends to do, and sometimes the spring plays out below the support line. And if this was it, then we was fortunate to have it above. But if this isn't it, then there's still the potential of that happening. Now here goes my dogs barking. You see, I got to meet my daughter. Now I guess you could fix it, be able to meet my dogs. So that's pretty much it. The reintroductions are Elliott waves. I can go over them. I can go over Wyckoff. I can go over those interesting to me fractals, which also include my second potential top, depending on your timeline. And I've got the new tools I want to reintroduce, the GAN fans and the pitch fans. How we kind of come to that V bottom considering the triple tap back test. There should be a V bottom. The V bottom should set a new low. Will that be just of current support levels, or will that be of this entire bear market? That is, left to time. That's what I got. Leave in the comments, please, what you would like me to kind of break down for you. Like this video if you can. Subscribe to my channel. I haven't been getting many subscriptions lately, and maybe that's my fault, but more than half of you that are watching ain't subscribed. So if you don't mind, do me the favor and subscribe. And thank you.